Thank you. So, very good evening. Namaskar, Namaste, Abhar, Abhinandan. अब विद्या की देवी मां शारदा को नमन करते हुए मैं संजीव शर्मा, I on behalf of the HRDC JNU and the whole JNU family, I am very delighted to welcome our esteemed speakers and the guests for today's combined valedictory session. Today we are here in after the completion of the two session of the two professor course and the one FIP program. And it is a great honor and the pleasure to me to share some of the brief about these courses. We have started FIP program on 16th of November, and we have started two other professor course, but that was only the 2 week program. So that was completed last week. And on 1st of December, we have started another two professor course. And up to today, we have completed 16 HRDC UGC program out of 4 short-term program, 2 FIP program, and 10 professor course. If I say in hours teaching, so we have completed more than 1200 hour teaching, more than 620 resource person have delivered lectures in these last 16 program, and more than 640 participants have participated from different part of the country. Mostly throughout all 29 states and the Union Territory teacher have participated in this program. The major purpose of conducting these courses in HRDC UGC to update the existing knowledge of the teaching fraternity. Although this is the basic requirement for the CAS program, but we have learned so many things and our participants have got benefited by attending this program. FIP program is newly program introduced by UGC, which is replaced by the orientation program. So FIP is the newly program for the newly recruited faculty, which they need to complete before the probation period. So all their administrative responsibility, teaching pedagogy, and to get familiar with their different program of the educations. You know that earlier this program was conducted offline program, but due to Corona pandemic, the UGC have directed that this year we need to conduct these all program online. And you know, friend, we all heard about that all invention, the necessity is the mother of the invention. Although many of us were not familiar how to use the online technology before March, but now we are all get familiar and using different kind of the technology. With this brief background, now it is my great honor to welcome our esteemed speaker for today's combined valedictory session for 3 program, FIP, professor course in the Sanskrit, and professor course in the teacher education. First of all, I would like to welcome Professor Ramesh Kumar Pandey, Vice Chancellor, Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri Sanskrit Vidyapeeth University. I would like to welcome Professor Nageshwar Rao, Vice Chancellor, Indira Gandhi National Open University. And I would also like to welcome our respected Vice Chancellor, Professor M. Jagdish Kumar. I would like to welcome my director, HRDC JNU. Under his able guidance, we are able to conduct all these programs. I will also welcome our coordinator. So first, the coordinator for the FIP program, Professor Arun Kharat, a professor from the School of Life Sciences, Dr. Nagendra Srinivasan, Center for Russian Studies. We have a coordinator for the professor course for the Sanskrit, Professor Garish Nath Jha and Professor Rajneesh Kumar Mishra, both the professor in the School of Sanskrit and Indic Study. I would like to introduce Dr. Arvind Kumar Mishra and Dr. Parimala V. Roy, from the center of Zakir Hussain City. So I will also welcome all the participants. So इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाता हुआ मैं यूजीसी एचआरडीसी जेएनयू के निदेशक प्रोफेसर ब्रजेश कुमार पांडे जी से विनती करता हूं कि वो हमारे आज के माननीय अतिथि महोदय जी का औपचारिक स्वागत करें और कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाएं। ओवर टू यू प्रोफेसर ब्रजेश कुमार पांडे सर।
नमस्कार, आप सबका अभिनंदन, अभिवादन एवं स्वागत। जेएनयू के इस वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म पे आयोजित 3 पाठ्यक्रमों का आज समापन हो रहा है। जब प्रारंभ होता है तो उत्साह, अपेक्षाएं एवं आशंकाएं वो भी प्रारंभ होती हैं, किंतु जब विदा के क्षण होते हैं तो उस समय संतुष्टि होती है, स्वतंत्रता का अनुभव भी होता है, किंतु एक उद्वेलन भी होता है, जैसे कुछ पीछे छूट रहा हो। यह अनुभव ही कार्यक्रम की सफलता भी है। यद्यपि भौतिक रूप से फिजिकली सब साथ साथ होते हैं तो संबंध भी प्रगाढ़ बनते हैं और इसलिए बिछोड़ने की जो टीस है वह भी घनीभूत होती है, किंतु वर्चुअल मोड में भावना के स्तर पर दुनिया तो आभासी ही होती है ना। तो आज जैसा कि डॉक्टर संजीव ने बताया, फैकल्टी इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम तथा टीचर्स एजुकेशन एवं संस्कृत में आयोजित 2 पुनश्चर्या रिफ्रेशर पाठ्यक्रमों का आज समापन हो रहा है। वो आज पूर्णता को प्राप्त कर रहे हैं और इसी क्रम में आज हमारे बीच में 3 विशिष्ट अध्यापक जो प्रशासक भी हैं हमारे बीच में उपस्थित हैं। जेएनयू परिवार की ओर से मैं सबसे पहले स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूं लाल बहादुर शास्त्री केंद्रीय संस्कृत विद्यापीठ जो केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय के रूप में परिणत हो गया है, उसके माननीय कुलपति प्रोफेसर रमेश कुमार पांडे जी का। आप भारत विद्या के निष्णात, साहित्य एवं दर्शन के मर्मज्ञ हैं, आपकी उसमें अप्रतिहत गति है। ऐसे प्रोफेसर पांडे का मार्गदर्शन हमारे जो प्रतिभागी हैं उनको निश्चित रूप से दिशा प्रदान करेगा। आपका वैदुष्य एवं प्रशासकीय क्षमता, उसके द्वारा आप संस्कृत विश्वविद्यालय को न केवल नई दिशा और गरिमा प्रदान कर रहे हैं, बल्कि आप ही के प्रयासों से जो डीम्ड विश्वविद्यालय था आज केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय के रूप में परिणत हुआ है। मैं स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करता हूं इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय के माननीय कुलपति प्रोफेसर नागेश्वर राव जी का। प्रोफेसर राव का सुदीर्घ शैक्षणिक, प्रबंधकीय एवं प्रशासनिक अनुभव हम सबके लिए अनुकरणीय है। उनका प्रेरक किंतु सरल व्यक्तित्व हमें कर्तव्य बोध की ओर उन्मुख करता है। अनेक अवसरों पर आपका मार्गदर्शन हमें मिलता रहा है। अनेक प्रशाखाओं वाले सुविस्तृत विश्वविद्यालय को संभालना कितना कठिन होता है, लेकिन उन्होंने अपने दिशा निर्देशन से उस पूरे विश्वविद्यालय को भारत में एक नई गरिमा प्रदान की है। हमारे प्रिय कुलपति प्रोफेसर एम जगदीश कुमार जी की प्रेरणा, सत्परामर्श एवं प्रोत्साहन का ही परिणाम है ये सारे जो पाठ्यक्रम कोर्सेज संचालित हो रहे हैं। उनकी समयबद्धता, नेतृत्व शैली एवं कार्य पद्धति हम सबको सजग किए रहती है। इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग के प्राध्यापक हैं, इसलिए विश्वविद्यालय की नसों में विद्युत प्रवाह बनाए रखते हैं ताकि ऊर्जा और प्रकाश दोनों बना रहे। स्वागत है सर। तीनों पाठ्यक्रमों के हमारे समन्वयक प्रोफेसर गिरीश नाथ झा, प्रोफेसर रजनीश मिश्र, प्रोफेसर अरुण एस खरात, डॉक्टर नगेंद्र श्रीनिवास, डॉक्टर अरविंद कुमार मिश्र एवं डॉक्टर परिमला वीराव का अभिनंदन करना उनकी निष्ठा, प्रतिबद्धता एवं समन्वय कौशल के प्रति एक तरह से एचआरडीसी और जेएनयू की तरफ से कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करना है। इन सभी ने सुयोग्य रिसोर्स पर्सन्स का चुनाव किया, विषयों को सर्वांगपूर्ण बनाया और प्रतिभागियों के साथ निरंतर संवाद बनाए रखा। अपने उत्साही और आज का जो संचालन कर रहे हैं ऐसे कर्मठ सहायक डॉक्टर संजीव शर्मा, जो पारस्परिक समन्वय, परिश्रम और निष्ठा के साथ कार्य संपादित करते हैं, उनका अभिनंदन तो उनकी कार्य निष्ठा को एक तरह से पुरस्कृत करना है, उसको स्वीकृत करना है। तकनीकी सहायक श्री गौरव, नेहा जी, ओम प्रकाश जी एवं समस्त एचआरडीसी परिवार का अभिनंदन अनिवार्य है। क्योंकि कम स्टाफ में भी वो सभी अपने निरंतर परिश्रम से इस पूरी ऑनलाइन प्रक्रिया को सुचारू और एक तरह से सक्रिय बनाए रखते हैं। मैं इस समापन के विदा सत्र में अपने तीनों पाठ्यक्रमों के प्रतिभागियों का स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूं। आपने पूर्ण प्रतिबद्धता के साथ अपने अपने जो कोर्सेज थे उनको पूरा किया, नियमों का पालन किया तथा अनुशासन एवं गरिमा बनाए रखी। आपकी भूमिका सबसे बड़ी है, क्योंकि लघु भारत के रूप में आपने जेएनयू के फलक को हमेशा व्यापक बनाए रखा है। वैविध्य में एकत्व का दर्शन यहाँ होता रहा है। उसके एक प्रत्यक्ष के रूप में हमने नए अध्यापकों की अभिप्रेरणा के मुख्य बिंदु अपने पाठ्यक्रम में समाहित किए, उन्हें ज्ञान विज्ञान एवं शोध की गतिविधियों में उन्मुख होने हेतु दिशा प्रदान करने का कार्य किया। ज्ञान के क्षेत्र में घटित हो रही नवीन जानकारियों से उनको अद्यतन अपडेट करने की कोशिश की। भारत को ज्ञान संपन्न, आत्मनिर्भर एवं शोधोन्मुख बनाने में शिक्षक की भूमिका निर्विवाद है, ये आप सभी जानते हैं। लेकिन उस भूमिका को निभाने के लिए उसे स्वयं भी सक्षम बनना होगा। भारत का शिक्षक मैं मानता हूं अनादिकाल से सृजन का वाहक रहा है। उसी के बल पर हम विश्व गुरु की कल्पना साकार कर सकते हैं या कर भी रहे हैं। भारत में जो सुप्रीम पावर है, ब्रह्म है, उसको ज्ञानमय बताया गया है, जो सत्य भी है वह और अनंत भी है। सत्यं ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्म, ऐसा कहा गया। ज्ञान तभी सार्थक है जब वह ब्रह्म बनने की ओर अग्रसर हो, अर्थात सर्वव्यापक हो, अर्थात सबको अपनी परिधि में लेता हो, जो सबके लिए सर्वसुलभ हो और सत्य भी हो। वह अनंत क्यों है? क्योंकि ज्ञान की कोई सीमा हो नहीं सकती, वह निस्सीम है और सबके कल्याण के लिए है। वह संपूर्ण मानवता के दुख और आर्ति का नाश करने के लिए है। दुख तप्तानाम प्राणिनाम आर्तिनाशनम। हमने पाठ्यक्रमों में भारतीय दृष्टि को, भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा के मुख्य बिंदुओं को समाहित करने का प्रयास किया, जिससे शिक्षकों एवं शिक्षार्थियों को एक तरह से विमुख करने का प्रयास होता रहा सायास रूप से। समाज विज्ञान की जो सामाजिकता है, भाषा के जो संस्कार हैं और विज्ञान से निःसृत जो तकनीक है, उनका समन्वय आवश्यक है। तकनीक हमें सभ्य बनाती है, हमें एक तरह से नए समाज को बनाने की दिशा में प्रेरित करती है और साधन संपन्न भी बनाती है, किंतु संवेदनाएं हमें मनुष्य बनाए रखती है, एक दूसरे के सुख दुख का सहभागी बनाती है। कुचक्र वैमनस्य द्वेष घृणा उनके बीच भी राह बनाना सिखाती है। तो ज्ञान की सार्वभौमिकता इसी में है। इस सार्वभौमिकता को सर्वसुलभ सर्वहितकारी कौन बना सकता है? वो हम शिक्षक बना सकते हैं, लेकिन अपनी मेधा को भारत केंद्रित बनाते हुए। तो हमें विश्वास है कि हमारे जो पाठ्यक्रम जो हमने पाठ्यक्रम निर्धारित किए थे, जो विषय और शीर्षक निर्धारित किए, वो जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स थे, प्रतिभागी थे, उनकी कसौटियों पर खरे उतरे होंगे। हम उनकी जिज्ञासाओं का समाधान करते हुए कुछ नई जिज्ञासाओं के बीज अगर उनके अंतस में डाल पाए हों, जो आगे चल करके अंकुरित हो सकें, तो शायद हम सफल हैं। आपका हमारा संबंध प्रत्यक्ष रूप से आज ही तक था, इतने ही दिनों तक था। आत्मिक रूप से जुड़े रहने में कोई बंधन तो है नहीं, इसलिए जुड़े रहिएगा। आप सबसे अनुरोध है, अच्छे अनुभव अपनी चादर के एक कोने में बांध के ले जाइएगा, लेकिन जो अगर कुछ बुरा लगा हो तो यहीं उसको झाड़ दीजिएगा। फिर से मिलने की आकांक्षा के साथ मैं आप सबका अभिवादन करता हूं। आप सबका आभार, सबको प्रणाम।
धन्यवाद सर, आपका आभार, अभिनंदन आपके मार्गदर्शन के लिए और आपके ऊर्जावान उद्बोधन के लिए। आपका उद्बोधन हम सभी को और हमारे सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स के लिए बहुत ही ज़्यादा ये लाभकारी होगा और ऐसी उम्मीद के साथ कि ये कोरोना काल जल्दी से पूर्ण हो, जो ये आपत्ति की घड़ी है, और भविष्य में सभी जो ऑफलाइन मोड में एक बार पुनः फिर मिल सके। मैं कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए I would just like to inform that in all these 3 courses, we have selected 40 participants in each courses. So it was around 120. But today In Sanskrit, 35 participants are completing their courses, teacher education 28 and FIP 31. So there may be some of the participants, they have dropped their course or they were not fulfill their eligibility criteria for the evaluation process. So in continuation with now, because we are conducting all these courses separately. So in valedictory session, we have developed one that every coordinator need to share their the brief report. So each and everyone should know about each and other or for different courses. So I would like to request the coordinator of the FIP2 program, please share the brief report about the course. Over to you, Professor Arun Khural, sir.
Good afternoon, and let me at the outset thank the director, Professor Brajesh Pandey sir, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, M. Jagdish Kumar sir, the Assistant Director, Dr. Sanju Sharma sir, all the fellow participants of FIP2, all 31 participants, and a very dedicated, hardworking team of HRDC, particularly Gaurav or Nehaji, who have helped us to conduct this program and run this program very smooth. This was an opportunity because this is the first year when the FIP has been replacing the orientation earlier program with the prescribed 10 different modules, and we tried our best to make a justice to all those 10 modules as much as possible given in the Guru Dakshita program of FIP modules. Towards the same, we had taken this opportunity of virtual platform and not being in a physical mode. So we have invited resource person, just not like a participant also coming from the parts of country. And main emphasis was also given onto their very fundamental aspects of teaching, learning, and evaluation, which is why I think the basic genesis of Guru Dakshita was also there to impart the pedagogy and teaching methodologies, as not all the teachers who are recruited in higher education have had a educational faculty of education background. So that was very much taken into consideration, and their different lectures were arranged from the top-notch people from the country, and who have been authors of their own books in outcome-based education or learning outcome, which has been a new concept in internationalization of education, as well as your NAAC criteria. So we also invited the people who are advisor directly working in the NAAC, as well as internationalization advisors working in the NAAC. In the academic integrity program also, we bring people directly from the Scopus branch, South Asia, the Web of Science branch, South Asia, then 2 different nodal officers working in the Eastern Nodal University, that is Central University of Assam, Tezpur, and the another nodal officer working in Hyderabad Central University, Professor Nair, towards UGC care, and due to some unavoidable reasons, Dr. Nagarkar could not join, but we have given our the best possible to include the research component, and in particular ethics and academic integrity has been seriously being taught to them and seriously groomed. Also, the internationalization and the national institutional ranking framework, which has been there in last 2-3 years, and we are fortunate and lucky, and we are very happy to say that continuously for 3 years, under the able leadership of Professor Jagdish Kumar, JNU is the topmost university in NIRF, as we all know, the Central Universities categories. And then we moved on to another important area, that is a national education policy, which is being implemented at present. And we were also lucky to have the members directly who were working as a NEP formulation document as a resource person. We were also blessed to have the resource person from the Ministry of Bihar and Central Ministry, and those people who directly work hand in hand with national education policy or formulating the guidelines for UGC HRDC, which is being presently made. There were also resource persons coming from Netherlands, coming from Bulgaria, coming from Canada, coming from United States of America. And we were also blessed to have one of the popular resource person, the visiting professor and national awardee, Professor Malini Avasthi also. So we've tried to cover our best all the components and linking the various aspects, cultural, educational, academic, sport, and the administrative aspect, and made aware these teachers with their responsibilities besides completing their curriculum, what is prescribed by their board of studies. So we hope that the FIP participant will be able to perform better and they will remember the training of JNU, particularly JNU UGC HRDC, as contributing 1 or 2% in making them where they will be tomorrow. And with this, I would like to sum the summary of FIP2. Thanks once again for giving us an opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Professor Kharat sir, for your dedication and the hard work. And I just want to share with the participant that sometime like after 5:30, Professor Kharat has taken a class and evenly on the Sunday. So, you know that this is the interest of our coordinator that and the interest of the participant that evenly we are not within only that the schedule, whatever we have proposed, but during Sunday, they have also conducted the classes also. So thank you very much, Professor Krat, once again, on behalf of me or the participant and HRDC JNU. In continuation with this program, now I would like to request the coordinator of the Professor course Sanskrit to present a brief report. Over to you, Professor Girishnath Jha sir, or Professor Rajneesh Mishra sir. Professor Jha, are you there?
Okay.
So they may join later. Now I would like to request the coordinator of.
He's there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay.
Can you?
Over to you, sir.
Yes. You can hear me, right? Okay. Right. Okay. So thank you, Professor Brajesh Pandey, the coordinator, and Sanjeev ji for giving me this opportunity, and also to Rajneesh Mishra ji. We were both able to coordinate this third refresher course, and I think we did a great job. We had 35 final participants who were very interested in what were being lectured to them, and in their interactions, the good points. So we started off with actually the kind of a summary of what we want to do in terms of dimensions of Sanskrit studies, and we try to include as much as possible. Sanskrit, as you know, is a repository of so many disciplines, and so we started off with lectures in the first week, and in the inaugural session, as you know, Professor Kapoor, we think he represented Sanskrit, and he actually talked about the national education policy, so gave a good starting presentation there. And then we started off with a lot of very interesting presentations in the first week. And in the first week, we had 13 professors, from various parts of country, and also other countries like Indonesia and United States of America. And they talked about disciplines like Paninian pedagogy, studies on Ramayana and Mahabharata, Ayurveda, Vedanta, science and technology, science in Sanskrit, Pali studies, poetics, Shaiva Darshana, poetics and research methods. Now, we had made a special request to all our resource persons that please, when you talk about different areas of Sanskrit, make sure you have the latest updates on the research being done in the area, because normally when we give lectures in Sanskrit, the things happen in such a way that we kind of end up repeating ourselves over and over again. So we had given this instruction, kind of a request to all our resource persons, and they did a great job this time actually. So this was the first week summary, and then the next week we had 20 lectures and 4 evaluation sessions, and the topics ranged from Sahitya, Vyakarana, Sahitya Shastra, Aesthetics, Darshana, Jyotisha, Nyaya, National Education Policy again, Indo-European Studies, Linguistics, Computational Linguistics, Yoga, Prakrita, Darshana, Dharmashastra, Vastu Shastra, etc. Now, the idea in these courses was again that we had given a project to all our participants. You will be again updating your areas of study with a survey of research and the idea you want to take forward in your future studies and the difficulties ahead. So since they were working on that topic, we had kind of instructed our resource persons to come up with an update in their area of study, and that really benefited our participants, and they did a good job when we did an evaluation and they presented. They all of them were very nicely present in there, and they presented their work very nicely, updating their work and updating all of us with the latest in their area. And then subsequently we had an introduction session and a feedback session today, and we got to know what exactly they would like us to do in future, and where we want to go from here. So it was a great experience, and for Rajneesh and myself, this was the first experience of coordinating a course in HRDC, and we thoroughly enjoyed it, and we would like to continue doing it in future also. And thanks again to Professor Brajesh Pandey. I think things are moving very efficiently, and thanks to also our Vice Chancellor for encouraging us using technology more and more. And during this time where e-learning is here, and e-learning is here and is going to stay in future also. So it's good that we are training ourselves in the newer modes of technology and delivery. And we hope that things will continue with much more rigor, and we'll be able to cover more areas in Sanskrit and Pali Prakrit studies next time. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for presenting a brief report. Now, I would like to request the coordinator of the Teacher Education Professor Course Program. Please present a brief report.
Good afternoon, everyone. My internet bandwidth is very low, so I'll keep my video off and keep the video on. I'm very sorry about it. Thank you, Professor Pandey and Professor Sanjeev Sharma, for giving us this opportunity to coordinate a 4th refresher course in teacher education. And the duration of the course was 2 weeks, and we had organized 33 lectures by distinguished educationalists. And some of the themes covered were curriculum, research methodology, multicultural education, indigenous education, school leadership, Aurobindo's educational philosophy, and ITC, and new education policy. We also had a lecture from a Scottish historian who's working extensively in southern India in the history of education, and the theme was compulsory education debates in Madras Presidency in 1920s and 30s. We had 28 participants from Assam, Bihar, Delhi, Goa, Jammu and Kashmir, Jharkhand, Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Punjab, Rajasthan, UP, and West Bengal. The only 2 areas we missed in our among our participants, one is Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, as well as northeastern states. Though we had a northeastern person from JNU, but then we did not have any participation from the northeastern states. As a part of evaluation process, the participants submitted an article on the history of the educational institutions that they studied or they are working currently, one of the theme they could take. And the second one was the project proposal, which highlighted their research areas. In order to encourage interdisciplinary approach in research, the participants were grouped into 6 groups, and each one covered a particular theme. The group 1 covered COVID-19 and its impact on education. The group 2 covered innovative teaching methods. The group 3 covered education and sustainable development and society. The group 4 covered teachers' professional ethics. The group 5 covered advantages and disadvantages of online teaching and learning process. Group 6 covered education and the disadvantaged groups. So all the 6 groups made presentations, and the program was very successful, as we have got from the feedback from the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much for presenting the brief report. Now I would introduce our respected Vice Chancellor, Professor M. Jagdish Kumar. Professor M. Jagdish Kumar is our Vice Chancellor and Professor at Electrical Engineer Department, IIT Delhi. He is a PhD from IIT Madras and postdoc from University of Waterloo. He is a Professor Chair NXP Phillips and member of many governing bodies or administrative bodies. He is also fellow in the National Institute of Science and National Institute of Engineering. Now, sir, it's my pleasure and honor to invite you to deliver the valedictory address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Professor Nageshwar Rao, Professor Ramesh Kumar Pandey, my dear colleagues from JNU and from across the country. Time passes so quickly. You already spent 2 weeks with our experts here, and I'm sure you must have gained a lot of inputs. And there are 2 distinct programs which were conducted during these 2 weeks here in our HRDC. One of the things that I often feel as teachers, we are so fortunate for multiple reasons, of course, that we remain lifelong learners. We are always trying to create new knowledge. And more than that, we keep sharing this knowledge with young generation. So what can be more satisfying than shaping the thought processes, shaping the lives of our future generations? And that is the reason why, as a guru, as teachers in Indian society, we are all highly respected. So sometimes I feel we are so fortunate to have been in this teaching profession. But looking at the COVID-19 pandemic, nowadays we keep reading in the news, in all kinds of media, that people are undergoing all kinds of stress and anxiety. There are, of course, various reasons that people cite why during this pandemic people are undergoing this stress and anxiety. One of the reasons is that a lot of people have lost their jobs. So there is a huge job uncertainty, and this is across the globe. And then this issue of social isolation. If I am a shop owner, if no customers are coming, well, I'm isolated. I rarely get a chance to talk to anybody. But from these 2 perspectives, job uncertainty and social isolation, as teachers, if we look at ourselves, we are again very lucky. While the entire humanity is undergoing so many difficulties, as teachers, we are still very, very lucky, because for most of us, unless you are a teacher who has just joined and then your position has to be confirmed, and in most cases it will be confirmed, for all of us, there is no issue of any job uncertainty, right? Until we retire, we are there in the colleges and in the universities. And when it comes to social isolation, there also I think we fare very, very nicely as compared to the other sections of the population. We are always in touch through online means with our students, interacting with them. And it's very hard to say that we are socially isolated. Yes, physically we are not meeting, but we can still listen to our students, talk to them, and exchange ideas. So even social isolation is not an issue at all. So considering that we are a community of people, so fortunate in the society that we don't really face the kind of difficulties that other people are facing during this pandemic, and also the high respect that is given to us. Under these circumstances, I often feel that we need to look at these students' perspective too during this time. Think about the students. Their future is uncertain, especially if they are in the final year. They don't know when the exams will be held, when they get their degrees, when they can apply for a job or go for higher education. And if it is online, there is always uncertainty related to unstable network connectivity, and they can't really meet the teacher as often as they can meet in a physical classroom. They miss the peer interaction. They miss several other activities that take place in the university or in the college. And most of us, we lead a comfortable life as teachers, but students come from different social and economic backgrounds. Many of them may be sharing a small room or a couple of rooms with multi-generational people living in the same room. And if they had to connect to the teacher through an online means, they really had to search for a small space which is not disturbed by other family members or other events taking place in the home. There are so many uncertainties. Under these circumstances, I often feel that as students, we need to be very, very kind to our students. We need to, assuage them. We need to give that feeling that we are with them. We understand your difficulties. I keep hearing stories about, a student is supposed to upload an exam answer script. The student was late by 10 minutes, and the teacher is so harsh, he doesn't even consider that answer script. I think these kind of being strict, it doesn't work under present circumstances. In fact, those teachers who are free with their students, who are more open to understand the difficulties of the students, are the teachers who can actually motivate our students to do well under these difficult circumstances. I request, I'm sure, and I believe that most of you are already doing that. We need to be, kind to our students. We need to do everything possible to motivate our students to come out of these difficult situations and do well in their academics. Having said that, I also would like to share a couple of other thoughts, that whatever you have learned here as part of this HRDC program, I am very, very confident that it will help you in becoming a better teacher. Some of these ideas that you have gained, I am hope you will share in your classroom with your students. One part of our profession is to become a good teacher, a good communicator, a good mentor to our students. But the other part of our teaching profession is also that we must do outstanding research, because today you have seen during COVID-19 pandemic how the global supply chains were controlled by few countries such as China, and how the rest of the countries have become dependent on some of these countries. A time has come for us to become self-reliant. Time has come for us to build Atmanirbhar Bharat, and that is possible only when we are innovative and creative, and in doing research which has a societal impact, which has societal applications. And believe me, I have interacted as a teacher at IIT Delhi with so many youngsters, even undergraduate students. They have so much of potential. It is just that we need to provide them a direction to do outstanding research. I am a strong believer that the students in colleges, in the universities which are there across the country, the state universities, the private universities, and the 40,000 colleges, if you can motivate our students, I am sure our students can do excellent research. My request to you is that don't just become only a teacher who will teach the syllabus, who will cover the syllabus, but also focus on working on some challenging problems so that you come up with solutions. And you cannot do in isolation. You cannot work in silos for doing good research. And especially if you are in a college or in a university where there are not many research facilities for you, I know that will be there at the back of your mind, that we don't have as many good facilities as JNU or some IIT. I very well understand that. But then as teachers, we should not give up. We should have that perseverance to face the challenges and then do some good research. And one way of doing that is when you attend programs such as this, meet the teachers through online means, establish some kind of interaction and collaboration, whether it is JNU or some of the best universities and IITs in the country. And let me tell you, no teacher from these universities and IITs will say no if you go ahead and express your willingness to work with them and do outstanding research. I wish all the best to all the participants in this program, and I hope that you will continue to grow even in your profession and become outstanding teachers and outstanding researchers, so that in turn the students who are trained by you also will become outstanding persons. With those comments, let me say that you must have really benefited from this 2 weeks interaction from at JNU. I must congratulate at the same time the resource persons, and whether they are from JNU or from outside, they have given their time. I would like to thank them for sparing their time for these kind of important training programs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your thought-provoking words and insightful speech, and we were all honored by listening your word. Sir, you are a source of inspiration to many of the academicians and all of us. Thank you very much, sir, for your support, motivation, encouragement, and the support. Now we have a great academicians and administrative with us. We have Honorable Vice Chancellor of Indira Gandhi Open University, Professor Nageshwar Rao. It's my great privilege and honor to introduce Professor Rao. Professor Rao is the Vice Chancellor of Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. This university is one of the largest open university in the world. Professor Rao was earlier Vice Chancellor in Rajshahi Open University, Uttar Pradesh. He was also Vice Chancellor for Kumaon University, Nainital. And he was also Pro Vice Chancellor for IGNOU. He is Professor Chair for Ambedkar Peeth Bikram University, Ujjain. And Professor Rao is very actively involved in online education at national and international level. So my humble request to you, sir, kindly address our audience. Over to you, Professor Rao. Yeah. I think Professor Rao is not there.
Good evening to all of you. Good evening to all of you. Honorable Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University, Professor M. Jagdish Kumar ji, Professor Ramesh Chandra Pandey ji, Vice Chancellor Lal Bahadur Shastri University, Sanskrit University, distinguished participants and friends. First of all, I compliment all my young friends who have completed this program of refresher course, and they were continuously refreshing themselves for the last 2 weeks. They all have updated themselves as far as the subject is concerned, they have reoriented themselves to interact with the learners in a much better way. Since most of us are the teachers, very difficult for us to listen continuously. Not for one day, but continuously 14 days. And here also, we know that listening is the most important mode of communication through which we get the knowledge. And that knowledge we share it with the learners also. A difficult but useful skill which is to be developed amongst all of us. You see that when you interact with your learners, you find that most of your learners, they do not listen to you. There may be cases of pseudo listening. They pretend to listen, but they're not listening to you. Have you ever analyzed that why this happens? Basically, the psychologists, what they said is that there are three basic reasons. Because of that, the people who are on the other side, they don't want to listen. It is not their fault. The first reason is the gap between the listening speed and the speaking speed. It is being said that exactly 3 times more is our listening speed. Whatsoever contents you speak in a minute, the ability to listen those contents will be 20 seconds only. And if you speak for 5 minutes, then the listener can listen the contents in 1 minute. You'll find that there is a time lag. And when the time lag is there, what the listener will do, he will, at least physically, he will be present over here, but his mind, it will go out. So we have to overcome that. And that is the most important thing which you all have to remember. The second reason is that listening is the most passive activity. If you speak, at least your mouth is active, your eyes are active, body language is active, mind is active. And if you're not active, you cannot speak. If you're writing it, your hands will be active. And maybe your mind is also active. If you're reading it, at least your eyes are active. But in case of listening, even your eyes, even your mind, no one can ensure that it will be active. So that is the problem, because when a person is continuously listening and he has to only see the face of the speaker. Of course, body language is one of the important component of communication. Through body language, we learn most of the things. And it is being said that more than 60% of our communication, it is being made through body language. Even eyes that also communicate, face that also communicate, the pauses that also communicate. And all these things, they're very, very important. When a person listens to you, when a student listens to you, and we have to maintain all those things, keeping in mind the interest of the learner. The third reason is, in case of speaker, he speaks and someone listens. In case of writing, he writes and someone reads. In case of reading, he reads and then he assimilates and then he tries to put it to others. But in case of listening, he has to pick up the contents, he has to think, he has to retain, and then again he has to reproduce also. And there are various barriers to listening, various barriers. And the textbooks, they always tell you that what are those barriers. Why I am emphasizing all those things here is because as a teacher, our entire effort should not go waste. When we are speaking, we must see that all the contents, it must reach to our learners and they must use it and reuse it also. If it is not being done, the very purpose of teaching will be defeated. So we have to understand those blocks, understand those barriers, and try to minimize those barriers. As far as these refresher courses are concerned, earlier I used to deliver lectures only on listening. And the first day and the first few minutes, I used to ask the friends like you that how long you all can listen continuously. The people they used to see my face only. Initially, they want to say that 1 hour, 2 hours. Because some Anupama is smiling now. So very difficult to listen for 1 hour, 2 hours. And the psychologists, what they concluded, that no intelligent person can listen continuously for not more than 14 minutes, 13 minutes. If you claim to be an intelligent, then you cannot listen for not more than 13 minutes. Why? Why? Because the reasons I have told you. The listening speed and the speaking speed. The gap is there. Activeness of the listener and the activeness of the speaker. The gap is there. So what is to be done? It should be made interactive. 15 minutes. That is why if you remember earlier, our classes were of 40 minutes duration. Even today also, except in case of IIMs and other places, they do have the classes for 1 hour duration, wherein in IIMs, 60 minutes time, only the learners, they speak. Only 10 minutes the teacher speaks. The interaction between the learner and teacher, that will enhance the quality of learning, contents of learning. And we have to keep this basic in our mind. These are the basics. If we start coming to a class and start speaking and say in the end of 40 minutes, my lecture is over, it will not serve the purpose. You have to interact with your eyes, interact with your face, interact with your mouth, interact with your pauses. All these things, they are very, very important when you interact with your learners. And that is the thing which we all have to remember when we are trying to interact with our learners. Learners, they don't know that this particular listening skills, it is very difficult to have with them for a longer period. That is why the breakdowns, they take place. They want to listen, but they could not listen. And you see that in most of the cases, they only go for pseudo listening. They pretend to listen. So maybe at the end of this 2 weeks refresher programs, you all can understand that what problems you have faced during these 2 weeks, how long you could listen. And listening is a skill by continuous practice, you can enhance your speed. You can improve your speed. Even the music also helps a person to improve his listening skills. So we have to understand that how our listening skills can be improved. We must understand the barriers, because through listening only, we can get most of the knowledge. And we listen. If you look at your schedule, 80 to 90% of the time you devote on listening. You cannot speak for a longer time. You listen, listen, listen. But still, that listening skill is not with us. So therefore, we must nurture that listening skills. And when we go to the colleges back, when we are imparting our knowledge to our learners, then we must see that our knowledge, it must reach to the learners. They must get it 100%. The blocks to listening skills, that needs to be monitored by you. Inevitables, they have to be managed by you. I convey my sincere best wishes to all of you. You all have taken great pains to learn the things, understand the things, and maybe when you will go back to your own institution, you will put all these things to your learners. And they all will be benefited by your wisdom, knowledge, and the attitudes which you are having right at this point of time. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation and for your insightful speech and enlightening all of us. And we believe that we all get benefited by your words, sir. Thank you very much, sir. अब मैं कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाता हुआ आज के हमारे माननीय मुख्य अतिथि महोदय का मैं स्वागत करता हूं। आपकी गर्मामयी उपस्थिति हम सबको गौरवान्वित महसूस कर रही है। आप माननीय कुलपति हैं श्री लाल बहादुर शास्त्री राष्ट्रीय संस्कृत विद्यापीठ यूनिवर्सिटी न्यू दिल्ली में। आपने BHU से PhD किया हुआ है और डीलिट कामेश्वर सिंह दरभंगा संस्कृति विद्यापीठ से आप संस्कृत लैंग्वेज और लिटरेचर के एक्सपर्ट हैं। आपका उसमें स्पेशलाइजेशन है और आप NAAC और डिफरेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस की गवर्निंग बॉडीज, बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज से भी संबंधित हैं। मैं आपका स्वागत करता हूं और आपके उद्बोधन के लिए आपको आमंत्रित करता हूं। ओवर टू यू प्रोफेसर पांडे सर।
वागर्था संपृक्तौ वागर्थ प्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। परम आदरणीयाः जवाहरलाल नेहरू विश्वविद्यालयस्य सम्माननीयाः कुलपतयः आचार्याः एम जगदीश कुमार महोदयाः, इंदिरा गांधी मुक्त विश्वविद्यालयस्य कुलपतयः माननीयाः आचार्याः नागेश्वर राव महोदयाः, अन्ये अत्र जवाहरलाल नेहरू विश्वविद्यालयस्य आचार्याः, अस्य पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रमस्य संयोजकाः, संचालकाः, निदेशकाः, अन्ये प्रतिभागिनः विद्वांसः। मया वस्तुतः संस्कृत माध्यमेन वक्तव्यं, किन्तु अहं जाने अयं कार्यक्रमः त्रयाणां कार्यक्रमाणां समन्वयरूपः वर्तते, अतएव राष्ट्रभाषया किञ्चित् वचामि। वस्तुतः जवाहरलाल नेहरू विश्वविद्यालय जब कोई कार्यक्रम करता है तो उसकी अपनी एक गरिमा होती है, उसका एक अपना स्वरूप होता है। तो जो संयोजकों ने प्रतिवेदन प्रस्तुत किया उसको सुनकर मुझे लगा कि यह कार्यक्रम अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर किया गया और आज इसकी पूर्णाहुति है। इसलिए माननीय कुलपति जी ने दीक्षांत उपदेश किया। वस्तुतः वह समसामयिक था, बहुत ही प्रेरणादायक था और कर्तव्य बोधक था कि किस तरह से इस महामारी के काल में अध्यापकों की भूमिका पहले की अपेक्षाकृत कई गुना अधिक बढ़ गई है। तो उसमें हमारे सारे अध्यापक जो आज पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रम से लाभान्वित होकर के जा रहे हैं वो सफल हों। और प्रोफेसर नागेश्वर राव जी को आज ऐसे विषय पर सुना जो वस्तुतः उपनिषद का विषय है आज उन्होंने श्रवण पर बहुत विशिष्ट वक्तव्य दिया, बड़ा ही प्रेरणादायी, बड़ा चिंतनपूर्ण था। कहा गया है कि मननम तु गुरोः पूर्वम, श्रवणम तु गुरोः पूर्वम, मननम तदनंतरम, निदिध्यासनम इत्येतत् पूर्ण बोधस्य कारणम। पूर्ण बोध की 3 चीजें महत्वपूर्ण है। पहला है श्रवण, दूसरा मनन, तीसरा निदिध्यासन। अगर श्रवण नहीं ठीक हुआ, आगे कुछ नहीं होना है। पहली सीढ़ी है श्रवण, और कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट है आज मैंने सुना तो मुझे लगा कि वस्तुतः बहुत अच्छा चिंतन उस पर है, और हमारे अध्यापक और हमारे छात्र इसी दिशा में कभी प्रेरित नहीं किए जाते हैं। सर, मैं सचमुच में आज आपको सुन करके मुझे लग रहा कि मैंने ही पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रम ग्रहण किया, और बहुत अच्छा लगा यह बात जो आपने कही, क्योंकि हमारी भारतीय परंपरा जो ज्ञान परंपरा है वो उपनिषद की परंपरा है। उपनिषद में शिष्य जो है जिज्ञासा करता है, और आचार्य उसका जिज्ञासा का उपशमन करता है, उसको शांत करता है। बाकी और उपनिषद, भगवत गीता हम पढ़ते हैं, प्राय सब पढ़ते हैं, उसमें अर्जुन अपनी जिज्ञासा करता है। एक बार वो जिज्ञासा करता, अपनी सारी समस्याएं बताता है, तो भगवान कृष्ण उसका समाधान करते हैं। यही क्रम है उपनिषद का, यही भारतीय विद्या। और इस क्रम में जब उठते उठते हम काफी ऊंचे उठ जाते हैं तो ये क्रम समाप्त हो जाता है। और हम दक्षिणामूर्ति श्लोक को अगर स्मरण करें, स्तोत्र है, उसमें एक श्लोक आता है, चित्रम बट तरोर मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुर्युवा, गुरोस्तु मौनम व्याख्यानम शिष्या छिन्न संशया। अर्थात ये बड़ी विचित्र बात है कि एक बरगद के नीचे, बट वृक्ष के नीचे 4 शिष्य बैठे हैं जो बहुत वृद्ध हैं, और जो शिष्य हो युवा है, गुरु है जो युवा है। शिष्य वृद्ध है और गुरु युवा है। वस्तुतः होता उल्टा है, जो शिष्य होते हैं वो युवा होते हैं, गुरु जो होता है वो वृद्ध होता है। लेकिन यहाँ विचित्र बात है, यहाँ जो शिष्य बैठे हैं वो वृद्ध है और गुरु युवा है, एक बात। दूसरा और वैचित्र क्या है, गुरोस्तु मौनम व्याख्यानम, गुरु जो व्याख्यान दे रहा है वो मौन व्याख्यान है, उसमें कोई श्रवण करने की चीज ही नहीं है, मौन व्याख्यान। यह विचित्र बात। कहा इतना ही नहीं, इसके आगे और एक विचित्रता इसमें है। कहा क्या, कहा कि शिष्यास्तु छिन्न संशया, जो शिष्य हैं उनके सारे डाउट्स अपने आप क्लियर होते जा रहे हैं। ये भारतीय परंपरा की उन्नत परंपरा है। लेकिन उसकी यात्रा शुरू कैसे होती है, श्रवण से शुरू होती है। श्रवण की इतनी महिमा है, इसलिए आपने बहुत अच्छे तरह से आज स्पष्ट किया। और निश्चित रूप से मैं बधाई देता हूं समस्त आयोजकों को जिन्होंने इस तरह के कार्यक्रम प्रस्तुत किया, कार्यक्रम किया। निश्चित रूप से इस कार्यक्रम में आने वाले हमारे जो आचार्य हैं विभिन्न विश्वविद्यालयों में, विभिन्न महाविद्यालयों में, उनका स्तर सोचने का, समझने का या पढ़ाने का, अध्यापन करने का निश्चित रूप से बढ़ा है, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है। ये आपको ये बात बताना चाहता हूं कि विश्वविद्यालय के या महाविद्यालयों के जो अध्यापक हैं, अध्यापकों के लिए कहा गया है कि उनके जो अध्यापक है, अध्यापक के लिए विद्या वपुषा वाचा वस्त्रेण विभवेन च वकारैः पंचभिः युक्तः सोऽध्यापक विशिष्यते। उनकी विशिष्टता इन 5 चीजों में, 5 वकार हैं। पहला है विद्या, नॉलेज। अगर विद्या नहीं ठीक से है तो वो अध्यापक बेकार है, कितना भी सुंदर क्यों ना हो। लेकिन अगर विद्यावान नहीं है तो कभी आदर नहीं प्राप्त कर सकता। विद्यावान है, शरीर उसका विकलांग है, तो उसकी विद्या के लिए लोग जाएंगे जरूर, लेकिन आकर्षक नहीं होगा। अच्छा, उसकी जो वाणी है, तीसरी चीज है वाचा, वाणी में भी ओज होना चाहिए, वो तपस्या से आती है। इसलिए विद्या वपुषा वाचा वस्त्रेण विभवेन च, वस्त्र और विभव संपन्नता भी अध्यापक के ये गुण हैं। लेकिन सबसे मूल जो है वो है विद्या। तो विद्या ऐसी एक चीज है, इसका कोई अंत नहीं है, ये निरंतर सीखने की चीज है। जैसे दीपक जलता है, प्रकाश देता है, अंधकार को दूर करता है, निरंतर दूर करता रहता है। लेकिन करते 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 वो जो वर्तिका है, उस वर्तिका के अग्रभाग में मालिन्य आ जाता है, तो उसका प्रकाश जो है क्षीण हो जाता है। इसी तरह से अध्यापक अगर अपने में नैवीन्य नहीं ले आता है, नवीनता नहीं ले आता, नए ज्ञान से अपने को संपन्न नहीं करता है, तो उसकी जो ज्ञान धारा है वो मंद पड़ती है। वो ज्ञान धारा मंद न पड़े, इसके लिए इस तरह के आयोजन किए जाते हैं। और इस आयोजन का फल इतना ही है कि वह अपने कर्तव्य पथ पर डट करके आगे बढ़े और अपने छात्रों को प्रेरित करे। एक सूक्ति है, कही गई है, अकृत्वा पर संतापम अगत्वा खल मंदिरम अनुज्जित्य सताम वर्तमान यल लब्धमपि तत्बहु। ये हमारा सिद्धांत है। हमें किसी को दुखी नहीं करना और किसी दुष्ट का संसर्ग नहीं करना। पहला अकृत्वा पर संतापम अगत्वा खल मंदिरम अनुज्जित्य सताम वर्तमान। जो सन्मार्ग है, जो अध्यापक के कर्तव्य के लिए निश्चित पथ है, उसको छोड़ करके नहीं जो चलता है, अर्थात सन्मार्ग पे चलता है, जो प्राप्त करता है वही उसका प्राप्तव्य है। इस तरह का विश्वास हो। कहने का अभिप्राय है कि अध्यापक को संतोषी होना चाहिए। आचार्य संतोषी होगा तभी वह विद्यादान ठीक से कर सकेगा। और मार्ग क्या है? कहा कि अनुज्जित्य सताम वर्तमान। तो सज्जनों का मार्ग क्या है? उसके लिए कहा गया है, ये नास्ति पितरो जाता जेन जाता पितामहा ये तेन जायात सताम वर्तमान तेन गच्छन् हिंसते। अर्थात जो हमारे पूर्वजों ने, हमारे आचार्यों ने, हमारे गुरुओं ने जो मार्ग प्रशस्त किया है, उस मार्ग से चल करके आगे बढ़ना और उसी पर रुकना नहीं, आगे तक चलना। किसी कवि ने कहा है, जीवन का उद्देश्य नहीं विश्रांति निलय पर टिक रहना, किंतु पहुंचना उस मंजिल पर जिसके आगे राह नहीं है। इस तरह का उद्देश्य लेकर के आगे बढ़ना। अध्यापक अगर शिथिल हो गया, जो पढ़ लिया उतने पर्याप्त है, वह अध्यापक निश्चित रूप से कभी भी सम्मान नहीं प्राप्त कर सकता है। और अध्यापक अगर सम्मानित नहीं, सम्मान नहीं प्राप्त करता है, तो फिर वो उसकी विद्या भी कुंठित होती है। भगवत गीता में कहा है कि अनाश्रितः कर्म फलम कार्यम कर्म करोति यह स सन्यासी च योगी च न निरग्निर्न चाक्रियः। अर्थात जो व्यक्ति बिना किसी प्रयोजन के, माने उसे कोई लाभ न मिले, लाभ की लालसा न हो, और अपने कार्य को करता रहता है। अनाश्रित्य कर्म फलम कार्यम कर्म करोति यह, ऐसे कर्तव्य बुद्धि है, मेरा कर्तव्य है, इस भावना से निरंतर कार्य करता रहता है। जो प्रोन्नति है वो तो समय से मिलनी ही है, जो यश है वो कार्य करने से मिलनी ही है, प्रतिष्ठा भी समय से मिल जानी है। लेकिन इसके लिए जो भागते रहते हैं, अपनी कक्षा को छोड़ करके, अपने अध्यापन को छोड़ करके, वो कुछ भी नहीं प्राप्त करते। ये भगवत गीता के इस श्लोक से लेना चाहिए। उसी को योगी कहा गया है, उसी को सन्यासी कहा गया है। वस्तुतः अध्यापन जो वृत्ति है वो सन्यासी की वृत्ति है, वह योगी की वृत्ति है। उसमें लाभ और हानि रख करके जो आगे बढ़ते हैं वो बिल्कुल आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते। आप सब संस्कृत के जो विद्वान हैं यहाँ उपस्थित हैं वो जानते हैं, महाकवि कालिदास को प्रतिष्ठा किस बात के लिए है? उनके काव्यों के लिए है। उन्हें आज भी हजारों हजार वर्ष पहले उत्पन्न हुए, उनके कुल का पता नहीं, उनके पिता के नाम का पता नहीं, माता के नाम का नहीं पता, उनके गुरु का नहीं पता, वो कहाँ पैदा हुए इसका पता नहीं, वो किस काल में पैदा हुए ये भी नहीं पता, जिसके बारे में कुछ नहीं पता। केवल एक चीज पता है कि वो महाकवि थे। वो महाकवि आज भी हैं, कवि गुरु कालिदास हैं। वो कारण क्या है? उनकी कविता, उनकी शक्ति, उनका संप्रेषण जो कविता के माध्यम से करते हैं। किसी एक बंगीय कवि ने उनके बारे में लिखा, सच सच बताना है अमर कवि अनिर्बंध, युग में तुम्हारे क्या आज कैसे छल छंद, घात प्रतिघात अनुखन थे होते नहीं, पग पग पर दांव वक्र, तूने क्या सहा नहीं लांछन अपमान अनादर असत का, कितने अभावों के बीच छाती पर पत्थर रख, काटी रातें निद्राहीन सिसक सिंह, इन सब के परे फूटा तब काव्य का अनिंद सौंदर्य कमल, मंद मंद मुस्काता चूमता रवि रश्मि पटल, जीवन विष मंथन तो कर लिया स्वयं पान, अमृत जो उमड़ा उसे कर गए हमें दान। ये जो कविता है कालिदास की, ये बताती है कि एक कवि किस तरह से जीवन जीता है। इसी तरह से एक अध्यापक अगर समाज की रचना का सामर्थ्य रखता है, एक अध्यापक को अपना जैसा, एक छात्र को अपना जैसा अध्यापक बनाने का सामर्थ्य रखता है, तो उसको इन सारे प्रपंचों से दूर रह करके तपस्या करनी होती है। आज जवाहरलाल नेहरू विश्वविद्यालय ने आपको उस तपस्वी का व्रत दिया है और मुझे पूर्ण विश्वास है, जैसा कि हमारे आचार्यों ने आपको बताया है, कि इस जो पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रम है। इससे आप नई ऊर्जा प्राप्त करके ओजस्वी होकर के अपने कार्य को अच्छे से संपन्न करेंगे। मेरा आपके लिए बहुत आशीर्वाद है। फिर अभिज्ञान शाकुंतल का जो भरत वाक्य है, प्रवर्तिताम प्रकृति हिताय पार्थिवः सरस्वती श्रुति महती महीयताम ममापि च क्षपयतु नीललोहितः पुनर्भवम परिगत शक्तिरात्मभू। भगवान शिव जो ज्ञान है, ज्ञान के देवता है, ज्ञानम इच्छित महेश्वरा, जिन्होंने व्याकरण की रचना के लिए सूत्र दिया पाणिनि को, ऐसे भगवान महेश्वर शिव आपके जीवन में शिव शिव ही करें, ये मेरा आप लोगों के आशीर्वाद है। अनंत शुभकामनाएं हैं और मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं, मुझे ये अवसर मिला अध्यापकों से बात करने के लिए। आप सबको प्रणाम करता हूं, अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूं। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
माननीय कुलपति प्रोफेसर रमेश कुमार पांडे सर का बहुत बहुत आभार, धन्यवाद। हम हृदय से आपका आभार करते हैं। जैसा आपने बताया कि शिक्षक का उद्देश्य केवल सिखाना नहीं है बल्कि सीखना भी है, और हमें अपने कर्तव्यों को पूर्ण करना है और आदर्श मानव मूल्यों को निरंतर अग्रसर करते रहना है। आपके ज्ञानवर्धन आशीर्वाद के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत आभार और धन्यवाद। इसी कार्यक्रम को मैं आगे बढ़ाते हुए, क्योंकि हम ऑफलाइन मोड में होते हैं तो अक्सर we are able to interact with each and every participant, but online mode we are not able to interact, or we cannot invite each and every participant to share their experience. So generally we are inviting voluntarily participant, and if we received more than 2 names, then we like on the basis of the lottery system, we can choose 2 participants from each courses to share their experience from the first day to the last day. So from the FIP faculty induction program, we have a participant, Dr. Deepshika Singh. Deepshika Singh, I would like to invite you to share your experience.
Yes, sir.
Kindly share your experience within 2 minutes. Yeah, over to you, madam.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm Deepshika Singh, assistant professor in B.Ed department, Hindu Kanya Mahavidyalaya, Sitapur, affiliated to CSJM University, Kanpur. A very good evening to one and all. I would like to give my heartfelt thanks and also thanking on the behalf of my fellow participants to the whole HRDC JNU team to give us this opportunity to attend the wonderful FIP program, where we learned much from various interdisciplinary and versatile resource persons. और सर जैसा कि यह नाम ही है इसका कि फैकल्टी इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम, तो यहाँ पे हम लोग को इतना इंड्यूस किया गया, वास्तव में हमें बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला। नाम ही काफी है कि इंडक्शन, हम लोग को इतना मोटिवेशन मिला, और जो कुछ हम लोगों ने सीखा फर्स्ट डे से लास्ट अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट, इवन हम लोग ये नहीं जान पाते थे कि नहीं समझ पाए कि म्यूजिक से कैसे हायर एजुकेशन को रिलेट करें, बट वो भी हमारे लिए ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस रहा कि जो रिसोर्स पर्सन्स रहे इस फील्ड से भी, अलग अलग डिफरेंट फील्ड से, और हम लोगों ने बहुत कुछ सीखा। और जो हमारे कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं प्रोफेसर अरुण खराज सर, वो बहुत ही ज्यादा कोऑपरेटिव हैं। उन्होंने आफ्टर जो सेशन होता है, जो टाइम होता है, वर्किंग आवर्स होते हैं, उसके बाद भी हमारी हेल्प की, हमारे फोन कॉल्स और हमारे मैसेज को अटेंड किया उन्होंने, हर किसी ने। और जो बाकी जो लोग सामने नहीं हैं, जैसे कि गौरव सर और नेहा मैम, सब ने बहुत हेल्प किया। और जो हमारे फेलो पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं वो भी बहुत इंटरैक्टिव रहे, सारे सेशंस बहुत इंटरैक्टिव रहे, हम लोगों ने बहुत कुछ सीखा। इवन टेक्नोलॉजी हो या पेडागोगी हो, किसी भी सब्जेक्ट, लाइफ साइंसेज, सोशल साइंसेज, ह्यूमैनिटीज, सब कुछ, लिटरेचर, बहुत कुछ सीखा हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे। और ये इतनी अच्छी जर्नी थी हमारी FIP की। हम डेफिनेटली सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स ये चाहेंगे कि नेक्स्ट जो प्रोग्राम हम लोग कभी भी मौका मिले तो JNU कैंपस में आके इन पर्सन हम लोग वहाँ पे अटेंड करें। और बहुत बहुत थैंक यू सभी को। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू डॉक्टर दीपशिका सिंह। मैं आगे बढ़ूं इससे पहले मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा पार्टिसिपेंट जिनको बुलाएं, प्लीज वो अपना थोड़ा इंस्टीट्यूट का इंट्रोडक्शन भी दें, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो आपके इंस्टीट्यूट के बारे में भी जान पाए कि आप कौन से स्टेट से या कौन से इंस्टीट्यूट के रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं। Now, I would like to request Dr. Charan Singh ji, kindly share your experience. Over to you, Dr. Charan Singh ji. डॉक्टर चरण सिंह जी, आप हैं यहाँ पे? हाँ, मुझे लगता है वो नहीं है. मैं जस्ट आई वुड प्रोसीड नेक्स्ट. I would like to request Dr. Ram Babu, a participant from the refresher course of teacher education. Kindly share your experience, Dr. Ram Babu ji. Are you there, Dr. Ram Babu ji? Dr. Swati Dhar?
Yes, sir, I am Ram Babu Pal.
Okay, please go ahead, please. Go ahead, sir.
आप सभी को मेरा सादर नमस्कार. I am Ram Babu Pal, Assistant Professor in the Department of Teacher Education, Ratan Sen Degree College, Bansi, Siddharthnagar, affiliated to Siddharth University, Kapilvastu, Siddharthnagar, Uttar Pradesh. First of all, I would like to thank UGC HRDC Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi for selecting me as a participant in the 4th refresher course in teachers education and giving me a chance to share my experiences of the program. Undoubtedly, this refresher program has been very interesting, novel, relevant, and innovative. All the sessions were well organized. Every session was of 1.5 hour duration, in which 1 hour was for the lecture of the resource persons and half an hour for question answer session. The resource persons were invited from all over India and also from abroad. Thus, this refresher course became global. All the resource persons were very learned and well versed in their subject areas, who enlightened us from their ideas, knowledge, and experiences. These lectures were on various topics such as online teaching, history of education, research methodology, innovative teaching methods, etc. The way of presentation of all experts was excellent. Time management was very good. I would like to say that it was my dream to study in a central university, which has been fulfilled by UGC HRDC, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, through this refresher course. I learned a lot from eminent experts and all the participants of this refresher program. It will be beneficial for me and my students for improving teaching learning process, and its credit goes to HRDC JNU. Really, this refresher course has refreshed all of us. I would like to thank coordinators Dr. Parimala V. Rao ma'am and Dr. Arvind Kumar Mishra sir for their support, cooperation, motivation, and excellent behavior to all of us. I would like to thank my colleague Dr. Hans Raj Kushwaha, a participant of this refresher course, for his guidance and valuable support. I would like to thank all the participants of the refresher course for their love, affection, and cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ram Babu. Now, I would like to request
Sir,
Dr. Charan Singh. Yeah. Dr. Charan Singh ji, please go ahead. You just say
thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. All knowledge is but the progressive discovery of our own ignorance. And this is what we learned from here. It was like an oasis-like experience in the midst of horrible pandemic that the whole world has is under. It was every experience, every lecture was a big motivation, a big fillip for our ignorance, and even the silence, even the words, even the pauses were education in itself. Every session was meticulously planned, meticulously executed. There were not 5 seconds where if there was some communication or
Yeah, Dr. Singh, you are not audible. So I think Dr. Singh is disconnected. Now I proceed further, I would like to request Dr. Swati Thar. Ma'am, over to you, and please share your experience. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Respected Chief Guest, Professor Pandey, Vice Chancellor of JNU, Director and HRDC, Assistant Director of HRDC, and our coordinators and everyone. I'm Dr. Swasti Dhar. I'm a teacher educator from Pillai College of Education and Research, which is a college affiliated to University of Mumbai, and I'm from Mumbai. So I would like to express my extreme gratitude for this wonderful session that we had, this refresher course. And I know I speak on behalf of everyone when I say that it was an extremely well organized, well structured, and systematically executed course. So the objective of the course was well thought out, and it was also very well executed. As somebody before me was saying, there was no gap, even 5 seconds we didn't have to wait. Everything was very well organized. The online medium, which was a new experience for each and every one of us, so whether it be Zoom or WhatsApp and Google Form, it was used very well. The quality of speakers, I think, is the cream. Outstanding speakers were called in, and that's why I think we realized why JNU is considered one of the highest centers of learning in India. Another thing which I would like to really appreciate is that the bilingual nature or the multilingual nature of our participants was always kept in mind, and resource people did their best to speak in both the languages. And another great part which all of us have really liked is that scope has been created for future interactions. It's not that we are leaving and we will never meet each other again. We have been given scope to interact in future with JNU, with the Center with CESI, with the resource persons. They have shared their email IDs, and even within the participants by keeping the WhatsApp group alive. So finally, I would like to thank and congratulate HRDC JNU for this wonderfully done program. A lot of, as a peer, congratulations to Parimala ma'am and Arvind sir, and as participants, a big thank you from all of us. And along with the team, the technical team, because Gaurav sir and Neha ma'am have really been there, and I'm sure there are others whose names we don't know, who have really made it a very smooth. We don't know how 14 days have passed, and we will be missing this. So thank you very much, sir, for this wonderful program.
Thank you very much, मैडम. अब मैं हमारे प्रतिभागी हैं डॉक्टर दयानंद पैनिग्रह जी, संस्कृत जो रिफ्रेशर कोर्स था उसमें. मेरा आपसे विनम्र निवेदन है कि अपना एक्सपीरियंस हम सबके बीच साझा कीजिए. ओवर टू यू सर.
नमः सभाभ्यः. सुनाई दे रहे सर?
जी सर, जी सर.
नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यः. अत्र समुपस्थिताः सम्माननीयाः JNU जवाहरलाल नेहरू विश्वविद्यालयस्य कुलपति महोदयाः, समुपस्थिताः आदरणीयाः IGNU कुलपति महोदयाः, नागराज महोदयाः, स्मरणीयाः वंदनीयाः लाल बहादुर शास्त्री संस्कृत विश्वविद्यालयस्य राष्ट्रीय संस्कृत विश्वविद्यालयस्य कुलपति महोदयाः, निदेशकाः, उपनिदेशकाः, तथा च अत्र सर्वेषां कार्यक्रमाणां संयोजकाः, सहभागिनः, तथा मम प्रिय मित्राणि. मैं डॉक्टर दयानंद पाणिग्राही, केंद्रीय संस्कृत विश्वविद्यालय अधीन कालियाचक विक्रम किशोर आदर्श संस्कृत महाविद्यालय के वेदांत विभाग के अध्यापक के रूप में पूर्व मेदिनीपुर पश्चिम बंगाल में कार्यरत हूँ. यहाँ तृतीय पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रम जो संस्कृत विषय का रहा, उन सभी में मित्रगण की प्रतिनिधि के रूप में मैं यहाँ पर अपना अनुभव व्यक्त करने के लिए HRDC JNU को आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ. वस्तुतः यह जो पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रम रहा अत्यंत आनंद परिपूर्ण रहा, और यहाँ से हम जो भी ज्ञान विज्ञान अनुभव लेकर हम जा रहे हैं, निश्चित ही इसको हम कैसे कुसुमित पल्लवित फलीभूत हो, उसके ऊपर हम जागरूक रहेंगे। वस्तुतः पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रम का जो मूल उद्देश्य है कि राष्ट्र निर्माण के लिए शिक्षकों को जागरूक कराना और शिक्षकों का योगदान कराना, यही सारे चुनौतियों को लेकर हम यहाँ से जा रहे हैं। और हम यहाँ पर जैसे ही प्रस्तुत हुए इस पुनश्चर्या कार्यक्रम से यहाँ जो विशेषता रहा और प्रयोजन जो सिद्ध हुआ हमारा, मैं 2-3 वाक्यों में पूर्ण करना चाहता हूँ। वस्तुतः ऑनलाइन कार्यक्रम के तहत हम जेएनयू के परिसर में शारीरिक रूप से उपस्थित न होते हुए भी मानसिक रूप से उस जेएनयू परिसर के चित्रपटल सदा सर्वदा हमारे मन में उद्भासित रहा, जैसे हम कक्षा में बैठे हो और हमारे सामने ही हमारे जो व्याख्याता रहे वो सभी हमको पढ़ा रहे हो, हमको समझा रहे हैं। वस्तुतः हमारे संयोजक जो रहे प्रोफेसर गिरीश सर और रजनीश सर, इन लोगों ने हमको 14 दिन तक ऐसे व्यस्त रखे जैसे हम घर में होते हुए भी हमको पता नहीं चला कि हम जेएनयू परिसर में है या घर में है। हर समय कुछ ना कुछ कार्य को लेते हुए हम लोग व्यस्त रहे, इसीलिए 14 दिन ऐसे कट गया कि हम लोगों को पता नहीं चला। और जो भी यहाँ पर रिसोर्स पर्सन आए, सभी ज्ञान विज्ञान परिपूर्ण संस्कृत के सभी आयामों को परिपूर्ण करने वाला व्याख्यान उन सभी का रहा। हमारे सभी प्रतिभागियों का ज्ञान तृष्णा को प्रशमित करने वाला, नए स्रोतों को अन्वेषण कराने के लिए प्रेरित करने वाला यह पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रम रहा। अत्यंत उत्साहवर्धक, ज्ञान विज्ञान परिपूर्ण, नूतन उपागमों के प्रयोगों के माध्यम को विदित कराने वाला तथा अत्यंत सुखद यह पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रम रहा। विशेषतः अनुसंधान के क्षेत्र में नूतन अनुसंधान अन्वेषण के आयामों का एक रूपरेखा प्राप्त हुआ यहीं से, जिससे सभी प्रतिभागी उपकृत हुए एवं आगामी अनुसंधान में निश्चित रूप से ही प्रेरित होंगे। इसी को इस अंतिम दिवस पर उपनिषद का एक वाक्य जो तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद में अनुशासन में आता है कि जब गुरु शिष्य को अपने घर को भेजता है, उस समय एक वाक्य कहता है कि जो भी यहाँ से सीख कर जा रहे हो, अगर तुम्हें कभी भी कहीं भी समस्या उत्पन्न होगी तो यदि ते कर्म विचिकित्सा वृत्त विचिकित्सा वा स्यात् ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्तः अयुक्तः वा स्युः यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरं तथा तत्र वर्तेथः। इसीलिए यहाँ से जो भी अनुभव लेकर ज्ञान लेकर हम जा रहे हैं, इस ज्ञान को हम परिपूर्ण तो नहीं कह सकते और इससे हम संतुष्ट भी नहीं होंगे, क्योंकि संतोष ही परिसीमा को समाप्त कर देता है। इसीलिए इस ज्ञान विज्ञान को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए हम सदा सर्वदा हमारे VC सर को, जगदीश कुमार सर को हम अनुरोध करते हैं कि जो भी हम लोगों के लिए हो सके आगे भी हमको सहाय प्रदान करते रहेंगे। इसी अनुभव के साथ मैं अपना वक्तव्य को विराम देता हूँ। जयतु संस्कृतम जयतु भारतम।
धन्यवाद, आभार डॉक्टर दयानंदा, आपको अपने और अपने साथियों के तरफ से अनुभव साझा करने के लिए। अब हमारे अंतिम प्रतिभागी हैं जो अपना अनुभव साझा करेंगे। मैं डॉक्टर प्रत्युषा से निवेदन करूंगा कि वो अपना अनुभव साझा करें। ओवर टू यू डॉक्टर प्रत्युषा।
अस्ति शिक्षा महत्त्वं परं भूतले शिक्षया दानवो माने पूजायते प्राप्य शिक्षा प्रसाद जगत् मुदिते शिक्षया वर्धितां भारतं सर्वदा शिक्षया वर्धितां भारतं सर्वदा। परम सम्मानीय विद्वजनों को मेरा सादर अभिवादन। मैं डॉक्टर प्रत्युष वत्सला द्विवेदी, DBS कॉलेज कानपुर, छत्रपति साहू जी महाराज विश्वविद्यालय से। यह हमारा सौभाग्य, क्या परम सौभाग्य है कि मुझे आज इस कार्यक्रम में कुछ विचार प्रस्तुत करने का शुभ अवसर प्राप्त हुआ है। HRDC JNU के द्वारा आयोजित पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रम में मुझे सर्वाधिक आनंद का अनुभव हुआ, क्योंकि यहाँ विद्वान मनीषियों ने अपने अपने प्रतिपाद्य विषयों में गहराई में जाकर जो प्रस्तुतियां की, वे संबंधित विषयों सत्य, शिव और सुंदर से संयुक्त रही। हैं। अतएव तल स्पर्शी ज्ञान को प्रस्तुत कर हम लोगों का समुचित मार्गदर्शन किया। इससे हम लोगों ने अपने ज्ञान को बढ़ाने में विशेष सहायता प्राप्त की। उनके शोध परक वैज्ञानिक विचारों ने वर्तमान शिक्षा के संबंध में विशेष प्रकाश डाला, जिससे कि हम अनुसंधान के लिए और भी आगे अग्रसर होंगे। परम विद्वान, सुशीलता और विनम्रता की प्रतिमूर्ति निदेशक प्रोफेसर ब्रिजेश कुमार पांडे जी ने अपने दायित्व का सम्यक निर्वहन कर अपने विशिष्ट अनुभव और ज्ञान के द्वारा पुनश्चर्या पाठ्यक्रम में सोने में सुगंधी सूक्ति को चरितार्थ किया। अतएव इस ज्ञान गंगा के द्वारा हम सभी का विशेष लाभ हुआ। अब यहाँ की जो कार्यक्रम के समन्वयक हमारे प्रोफेसर गिरीश नाथ झा और प्रोफेसर रजनीश कुमार मिश्र जी ने इस कार्यक्रम को भव्य रूप देने में जो अपूर्ण योगदान दिया, इसके लिए यह कहना उचित होगा कि जैसे ये पुनश्चर्या कार्यक्रम बसंत के सदृश है, ये पुनश्चर्या कार्यक्रम बसंत के सदृश है, और इन विद्वानों ने जो मार्गदर्शन किया वह सहकार मंजरी के समान है। तो सभी को मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ। संजीव सर को भी बहुत बहुत, क्योंकि पहले दिन संजीव सर ने ही हमारा मार्गदर्शन किया था कि हम लोगों को ये कार्य इस समय पे करना है, इसलिए मैं संजीव सर जी का भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करती हूँ। और नेहा जी का, गौरव जी का, जिन्होंने समय समय पे हम लोगों को बहुत ही सहयोग किया। अंत में मैं 2 लाइनी पद्य अपने काव्य की सुना के धन्यवाद दूंगी। वर्धताम नव्य शिक्षा सदा भारते, वर्धताम नव्य शिक्षा सदा भारते, वर्धताम संस्कृति, वर्धताम सभ्यता, वर्धताम संस्कृति, वर्धताम सभ्यता। नमस्कार, धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद, आभार। आपने बहुत ही मधुर कंठ से, और इसलिए बोलते हैं कि संस्कृत की भाषा जो है बहुत मिठास की भाषा है, प्रेम की भाषा है, और वो हमने देख भी लिया। धन्यवाद आपके अनुभव साझा करने के लिए। Now we have come to the end of this memorable valedictory session. But before I present a vote of thanks, I have few announcement. अभी हम इस कार्यक्रम के अंतिम पड़ाव पर ही हैं, लेकिन उससे पहले मैं आपके समक्ष कुछ सूचनाएं शेयर करना चाहूंगा। ये प्रतिभागियों के लिए है। आपको वैलेडिक्टरी सेशन के टाइम सभी को रिलीविंग ऑर्डर आपकी ईमेल में मिल चुके होंगे। आप अपने अपने इंस्टीट्यूशंस में वो रिलीविंग ऑर्डर सबमिट कर सकते हैं और कल से ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। मेरा ये निवेदन रहेगा कि आपको ब्रेक नहीं करना है, कल से ही ज्वाइन करना है। ये क्योंकि कुछ नियम होते हैं जो बाद में प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करते हैं। अगले सप्ताह you will get the soft copy of the certificate, and the next week you will get the hard copy of the certificate on your the concerned address, because we need some time for the packing and everything, because you know that we have more than 100 of the participants. So these are the some of the announcement. The another one that this all program was online, and definitely you have missed our the green campus, JNU peaceful campus, and you definitely miss our HRDC. So evenly we were not able to offer you the tea or the coffee. So sometime we offered you the virtual tea and the coffee. So please you enjoy at your home. And the last, आप सभी को नव वर्ष की शुभकामनाएं. Happy New Year to all. In these words, I would present, and it's my responsibility and sincere responsibility to present a vote of thanks. First of all, we express our sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Professor Pandey sir. We were highly delighted, and we were indeed privileged by the presence of Professor Rao, Vice Chancellor of the IGNOU. We were highly indebted, and we have every time we say that whatever we are doing, this is only due to like the encouragement, the support and motivation by our respected Vice Chancellor Professor M. Jagdish Kumar sir. Thank you very much, sir. And we thanks again and again, because you are in all program like in valedictory and enroll. So it's always the source of inspiration to all of us. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your encouragement. All these, the program is not possible without the dedication and hard work of the coordinators. receive or we got all the experience from the participant, it's clearly show that it's only due to the enthusiasm, the dedication, and the hard work of all the coordinator, all 6 coordinator. I would say that Professor Arun Khurad sir, Professor Girishnath Jha, Professor Rajneesh Kumar Mishra, Dr. Arvind Kumar Mishra, Dr. Pramila Rao, Dr. Nagendra Srinivas. Thank you very much, sir. And we highly appreciate your effort for selection of the resource person. You have selected so many resource person from, they are the expert in the field. Evenly, you have invited some of the participants from the abroad also. So this is also the one opportunity during the online, and you worked beyond the time also during Sunday after hours. So every time you are present in the session also, because sometime in offline program, like sometimes the coordinator is not there, but offline you are all there. So thank you all the coordinator, and this is possible only due to you only. So special thanks from on behalf of the participant and all from the HRDC for accepting our invitation to coordinate these all program and for successfully completing these courses. We are extremely grateful to our all resource person, those who are coming from the different institutions, different universities, and even from India or the abroad. We are extremely grateful to all our valuable participants. This is possible by your the discipline, by your punctuality. So you are always very active or interactive with the coordinator, with the resource person also. So thank you very much, and I hope whatever you have learned here, you will definitely share with the fellow colleagues and the student also. And in future, we will also, like, you are always welcome. So I told you in the first day that you are the member of the HRDC JNU family. So officially today, you are living for your the institution, but you are always welcome in the future also. I would like to thank your HOD, head of the institutions, for nominating your name, for recommended your name. Thank you very much for all the head of the institution. At the end, I would like to thank my respected director, Professor Brajesh Kumar Pandey sir. So under his able guidance, we are all able to complete all the courses. Thank you very much, sir. And we heartily grateful to my HRDC technical team, especially Gaurav ji, who's looking after like every time 3 courses, Neha ji, replying your message, sending mail, WhatsApp message. Then Arora madam is there, Om Prakash ji is there, then other supporting spots. So there are so many people, those who are working behind the curtain also. So thank you all our HRDC team. I would like to thank all my fellow colleagues from the JNU coming for the evaluation or as a resource person. So on behalf of HRDC, I thanks the JNU family, and I congratulate every participant for successfully completing these all 3 courses. Thank you very much. And once again, Happy New Year to you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
So,
you, sir.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
We are ready for Gaurav sir to say
Thank
now
you, sir.
in the
Thank
session.
you so much, sir.
Yes, we should thank Gaurav and Neha.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you very much, and with the permission of our Vice Chancellor or our Director, sir, I am ending the meeting now. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.